crucial one, which everybody needs to pay attention to. One, because, within the education sector, it's simply telling us something, that we are still not so sure how the CBC is supposed to be.
Yes.
And we are still trying, those who did maths, there's something called permutations and combinations of things, just to see exactly where should it rest. And of course, we have to do that right now, because 9 years after we started CBC, and we find ourselves in that situation, is because you remember experts used to say and advise us that why are we rushing so fast before we set in place for a framework that is so clear and mechanisms that would enable us to implement it effectively. But somehow we were in a hurry. At times when you are half ready, don't just start the run, because you might end up in Kericho when you wanted to be in Voi, those kind of situations. So looking at what we are faced with now, because it's like annually we keep on looking at what can be improved. I only wish that the government decided once and for all. First, to look at what did the Munavu team prescribe or suggest. And validating that would mean that then the strategic stakeholders are brought on board, and then they assess and say, okay, this recommendation works. This one is going to destroy education further. This one is going to boresha, just elimu bora, not just bora kupeleka wanafunzi chuoni. And with that, it would have been much better. Do you know, Anne, what is happening now is that even after the report of Munavu was presented, it has not been formally adopted and in use, though the executive is implementing certain parts. As we speak, Parliament has not ceased of the report in a manner as to pass it, and we have a policy so that even the areas of the education sector laws that require amendments to accord to what the new paradigm is, those have not been done. And that's why you'll keep on seeing the kind of permutation or changes and all that. I know I used to call it the trial and error thing, but at times you just realize that the children who are suffering are children, are our children, and you need to come with a more positive note and say, please, whenever we have a break in between, like the 2 hours, the 2 months we have before at the end of the year, before we commence the